Hey everybody, we're back here live on the highway.
Yeah. But there is a group of about 200 people just in the middle of I-5 here.
So you see here in Seattle, they have taken over the highway.
Fuck that highway.
Like this southbound.
Police
coming to the front here. You can see the lights. Looks like he's holding back now. He stopped his car about
police riot also about to start in Portland. Told you something's gonna be good. I'm leaning towards an interesting move. It's Monday. Now the diehards are out, and they're another week starting to this shit. They like, fuck y'all. We back another week. We gonna fucking turn it up a little bit. Yeah, fucking this pussy just camping in Portland. Look at him. I'm a camper.
You okay?
I'm a camper.
You alright? She's getting out. She's gonna join.
Yo, this lady getting out. She about to join.
What's up? Yeah!
The lady join. Oh, he's savage.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So what would you... Oh, the cop over there. I wonder if he gonna be like, hey, y'all, here we
I am
go.
on the highway, y'all.
Hey, I got a permit to be protesting. Yeah, man, it's in the Constitution.
He's got his fist out.
Oh, they showing support in the Mercury. For the Florida Mercury version. ODST drop shot troopers in Portland.
I would love to be an ODST. I will say that. When that new Space Force come around, maybe I might fuck around be a ODST, man.
Just drop it from the sky.
Yeah, bro. Shit, fucking fire me from space, bro. I'll land in the middle of some shit.
That's the Master Chief.
Yeah, I'll be Master Chief from now
Spartan
on.
program, huh?
Yeah, I'll be a Spartan.
Well, yeah,
bro.
when you're Tyrant Tyrant Coleman or whatever, and you secretly start the Spartan program.
It's all for the next time.
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot!
They are.
This guy's calling the police officer a coward, kind of shouting in his face here. This woman got out of her car, put her hands up. You can see the southbound I-5 traffic totally stopped here in Seattle. About 200 people holding the freeway right now. This officer got out of his patrol car down here, tried to get the group to move, and didn't meet with any success, so he's going back to his vehicle. The group still holding the intersection. This woman who actually was stopped on the freeway has gotten out and joined.
Look at her bum ass car. Of course she got
joined the protest
What do you
on the
do?
freeway. Again,
Zeus,
this
get
is
down.
To do the
I-5
lock arms,
South,
that chick
giant freeway that runs through downtown Seattle. You can see it's about
This dude
5
opened
lanes
the
of
door.
traffic wide, totally stopped. Right in the middle of downtown Seattle. They're saying they're going to hold it for 1 more minute.
1 more minute.
You can see the officer.
Smart. Shut it down for fucking till the cops get
See
back.
the
yeah?
officer down
Shut
there.
It down short enough to make that point. They playing a horn.
All right, they're clearing off now.
And they, oh my god.
The officer talking to somebody in their car.
They're doing
The
it.
group is pulling out. So they blocked the goal is to block the intersection for 5 minutes.
I like
They
that.
blocked it for
I told
5
you it was
minutes and now they're
Hong Kong
heading out.
shit. I told you they like 2 videos 2 nights ago. I said they should basically do that. Are you blind? Semi-blind?
So you can see traffic resuming now. Even people in the traffic holding up
I'm just a
signs of
simple
support as
cut
they head
paying
out.
for your date
Kinda
to like
interesting. People
in 2
recording.
days.
Holding up fists, recording their
No,
phone.
no.
anyway,
Yes,
so
yes.
nothing-
No, you get to go
reaction I
have your
would've
date when
expected
you're
for
with your
kinda
fucking
stopping
friend
them
that's
for 5
visiting, and
minutes,
then I get to stay home and watch after our son. I get it. I get it.
Look at the cop trying to take charge of the situation like he doing something. I know, come on, dude.
That was nuts. That was nuts. Man. That was yeah, that was crazy. You can see more people here showing support out of there. Fist bumps out the windows. With a group this size, you know, it's only 150, 200 people. You can actually move through the streets. We got the trumpet boy. This it's like a sanitation truck honking in support.
Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
Am I good? How's my heart rate? It was up there for a minute when people were marching out into the middle of the freeway because some cars were trying to cut around to the left side while still moving at pretty good speed to get around people. I was worried that somebody might get hurt, but once it was stopped, it was less tense.
Arky, spaghetti court.
Shoeless trumpet guy? Was he shoeless? Holy shit, he is. He's barefoot. My chat just noticed that you're shoeless. Dude, you must be building up some calluses on those boys.
We do it, man. This is for people much poorer than me who are made poor by systems that we're trying to change. You know, that's why I
Nice.
do it.
Have you marched out onto the highway like that before?
No, I haven't. Man.
Me neither. That was the first time I've done that.
We break these spells, you know, these beliefs of what we can and can't do. And look what those cars were with us. Those guys on the
Yeah.
freeway.
I was surprised the number of people that were like honking in support as we were leaving.
That's what Martin Luther King did, you know, civil disobedience. You got it, man.
Nice, man.
Keep the real journalism, man.
Yeah, I'm going. Streaming. So you see us moving through, ooh, that's a nice shot. Moving through downtown Seattle here. You can see downtown in the background. We're moving through Howell and Boren streets, taking a left on Boren. Another sanitation truck here, honking in support. Or maybe it was this Jeep. Man, this group's got the energy. They got the trumpet guy, they're shutting down the fucking interstate. This group's wild. So, for those of you who might have tuned in, this group of about 200 people in Seattle marched down from the Chaz or the Chop, that kind of zone up in Capitol Hill, went down to the West Precinct building, the downtown police department, and then they said, fuck it, we're gonna go to the highway and shut it down. So actually looks like we might have gained some people. Maybe about 300 people now, actually. 200 or 300? I don't know, it's hard to tell. But yeah, we just marched out onto I-5. I-5 South, giant 4-lane highway in Seattle. Shut it down for 5 minutes. And now we're heading back up to the zone in Capitol Hill. I'm not sure what's going to happen when we get back up there. If there's going to be, you know, hanging out and celebrations or more speeches or what. But everybody seems to be operating on a little bit of a high right now off of the rush you get from taking a free.
Trumpet dude is the best.
Somebody's saying I should carry a sidearm or pepper spray if I'm going to keep doing this. I guess pepper spray is not the worst idea for, you know, walking around Seattle streets in general. I'll consider that. So there's the, now walking over the freeway that we just shut down. That I-5 South there. Hey, look, guys, I can point again now that I'm not holding that second phone. I got my pointer finger back. Gotta get me a hands-free rig. What would that do, like attach to my chest? I always assumed I'd have to use one hand to carry a rig. I guess I could mount something to my chest. I feel like I'd look like a huge dork, more of a huge dork than I already am. All right, so we're moving up Boren Avenue, going north, back up to the free zone, or the chop, as we're calling it now.
All right, Aaron, you there?
Organized protest.
Man,
You ready
Trumpet
for
dude
some?
is the best.
Say what?
The trumpet dude is the best.
Oh, they playing that funky
Yeah,
shit.
he's playing that trumpet and shit. He did doing like battle cries, charge and shit. But he also did the wah wah wah. I was like, this dude is silly.
You can see this. You
I
guys
don't
see
know
this
what the
building
fuck
in the background
Portland
here with the heart and the BLM on it.
tense.
That's
It's
pretty
always
crazy
tense.
that they managed
That
to do that with all
Seattle
the lights.
landscape is beautiful, man.
Huh.
That fucking city is just insane.
Guess nobody's in there. Maybe it's a hotel. I'm not a dork, bruh. I don't know. Play a lot of video games and a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and
Whoa, he plays Dungeons and
have
Dragons.
a lot of weird interests. You guys might see my nerdier side come out when I actually start doing some desktop streaming,
Whoa, desktop.
playing some games, or like watching videos with you guys. I think something I'm gonna do is once it's not so crazy every night, and I can get a few nights off to relax, is maybe we'll do like a recap of the last, 2-3 weeks or something, and I'll just play back different clips from the stream because I'm sure not everyone saw everything, so I think it'll be kind of cool to do like a recap stream where I'm just like sitting at home on my desktop and we can go through clips and look up stuff and talk about it and have conversations in chat, or pull some people into like a Discord voice chat and just talk about stuff if they were also out here. So I think that'll be fun to do. If you want to see that, follow on Twitch and you'll get the notification whenever I go live. Drink some beer? Hell yeah, dude. Relax, have a drink. I'll probably make a White Russian. I really like White Russians.
Wait,
What's on that dude's in blue's head? I don't know. I don't see who you're talking about. I don't see it.
I think Jake didn't follow.
Make chop in Minecraft. Where's the best place to eat in the Chaz? There was like a, I think it was like Asian fusion or
Like
Thai
this
place
chant
that I
they're doing
ate
in
at.
Portland, no
It's
good
giving out
cops,
free
no
food for a
racist
minute. It was
system.
really good. I think it's called like OMG Bop or something like that. It's on the corner. I'll try to show it when we get back up here. We're actually pretty close. Just a few blocks away from being back.
It's important how to guarantee. Who's got those spotlights by the way? Is it the people or is it the police?
They're pointing at the police, so I'm assuming it gotta be the people.
Yeah, I don't know. Look where they're coming
Yeah.
from. You can see them in the middle camera.
Yeah.
Is it weird? I mean, I guess it ain't weird for you, but it's always weird seeing like buildings that big. As the
Oh yeah. That's not weird.
Man, that building's massive.
Bro, you should be underneath some of these like tall ass skyscrapers. When you're underneath it and like you see like the clouds moving behind it, it literally looks like that hole is falling on you.
You see a dude in Richmond zooming in on the badges. A doggo alert and right chop walking through the street.
I see it.
Yeah, identified.
Oh, another doggo. Another doggo's identified another doggo.
Where?
In the same area, you see two dogs that kind of fuck with each other. It's a couple dogs.
I can't tell. It looks like a ghost over there. Oh, I see that doggo there now in the bottom middle. Or in the right cam. I see creeping. It's a smaller doggo. There's a lot of doggos out there. Laser in Portland. Laser.
Hell
top
yeah.
middle cam, green laser back.
They back in it.
Oh, cops ain't going like that. Stop shining your laser at us. Zooming in on badges and Jesus. No justice. Yeah, they really don't like the police in Portland, I'll tell you that. The police did not make any friends over the last couple weeks. They fucking hate them. It's awesome. So did Seattle return chop, or they're taking their clothes off and shit?
I don't know.
Nope, they're just stopping to take a break. Doggo.
Doggo alert. Doggo alert.
Going up and down the line. I might need the audio.
Pacing.
That's from Twitter.
Pacing.
It was Mr. Blurry Face. It was 21 Pilots album over here from Portland PD in the middle. It was all blurry. Oh man, they ain't fairly local. Uh-oh, what's going on in Tennessee? Uh-oh. First Amendment Gonzo?
I don't know. I don't like the look of this.
Oh, where'd the cam go?
Oh,
Rip.
Oh, looks like they
They're
they
violating
arrested
their
somebody.
personal space. They're touching them. Here it is. You thought you had freedom in Nashville. Where's Taylor Swift at now? Not there. Throw her ass in jail too. Like, I'll help you arrest the First Amendment. Yeah, that sounds fun. Hey, how many people?
Guys that did slime flashlight in the eyes. Yep.
How many people do we need to arrest the First Amendment? We're gonna need about everybody. Yep, you're gone. Oh,
Yeah.
I think you have rights. Yeah, you don't realize it.
Why? But why though? Why are they just picking on this random ass person?
That's what they do.
He's lifting them up like, get out of here.
Yep,
Like, you're under arrest. And all the people just sitting there, like, you coming with us. We got quotas to fill. Oh, now they're coming back for more. Yep, get this person next, guys. One by one, we'll arrest them all.
it's a constitution. It's a Bill of Rights. Fucking violation. The redcoats own the country again. It took them forever, but they took it. Oh yeah, shining those lights on the cops. Look at this shit. What is she upside down? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Like
one by
some
one.
Jesus imagery shit right here.
Just one by one. We're
Carrying the
just
First
gonna
Amendment out one at a time.
start. We've had enough of you guys just sitting here.
Yeah, we've
That's
had
enough.
your rights. We own this country. The police say you do not do anything without us. Look, here comes everybody. What are we doing? We arresting peaceful protesters? Oh, you know I signed up for this. Oh man, I waited my whole life for this day. I knew some sucker thought they had the First Amendment was real.
See, this is what I mean. Like these guys are the pussies. The guys who got to gang up on. It take 4 of these pussies just to get one female away from a group of friends. You know.
Upside down this shit.
Yeah.
The
Take
imagery
4
is strong,
fully
at
grown
least.
men.
At least
It
it's
take
very
4
good.
fully grown men to carry off this probably like 19-year-old girl for no fucking reason.
No reason. Because their logic is it's our grass today. It's not yours. We own the land. We stole it from other cultures. Now we own it, and we enforce draconian made-up laws that aren't real.
Here we go.
Oh,
Next one.
Still-
If you're watching this as a cop and you're like, how are you
they're
still
all look
okay
at
with
them
your
all. You
job?
can see them all. Look at that dickhead in a suit.
Like, how are you okay with your job? You know.
They're robots. Crooked Eye was right. They're just robots, man. Man, this is why you said, man. They don't. JFK said those that make peaceful protests inevitable or impossible make violent revolution inevitable. JFK told them about this shit. They didn't want to believe him. This is what they want to do. They just one by one. The First Amendment. You thought you had it. Nope. You lied the whole time. Oh, and like you say, the right wingers like, yep, I never wanted the First Amendment. They can have that one. And the third one, the fourth one, they can keep that. Really, as long as I get my second one and my hatred to other people, that's all I really need to live. I'll
As soon as they
shit my whole life because they'll feed it to me and I'll eat it.
Yeah. As long as I can hate people that I want to hate and carry a gun, so I feel like I got a big dick. I'm good.
He's like, man, my bigotry is more important than the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
My hate for the young people and the people of color is astronomical, and I'm willing to sacrifice everything but the Second Amendment for it. It's not only when they say we can't have no guns that I'll stand up. Now keep in mind, I don't really care that the NRA was in support of an assault rifle ban whenever people of color decide to start using assault rifles, because that just wasn't right. Those people of color should have never had an assault rifles in their hand. So I'm okay with that one. As long as they don't take away my Second Amendment.
I'd like to see you win re-election with this hunger. We've been respectful to these state troopers. They're not even.
It's kind of gross seeing all these dudes kind of just grope these like fucking obviously like early 20-year-old females. It's kind of nasty.
Respectful to the state troopers means they're arresting the First Amendment and they've already thought police your right to fucking tell the truth to their face. Like, they've won twice then if you don't call them names and shit.
Don't this seem kind of gross to you? Seeing like these grown ass men just touch all up on these fucking 20-year-old girls?
After the first couple of nights, when you watch
That
the
shit-
shit that happened the first couple of nights, like, you're just like, I'm done. Fuck.
Shit's just kind of nasty.
This is just par for the course. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I told you, this is symbolism. This is every time this has happened throughout history, happening again. We've seen this exact same pictures happen in a lot of civil rights protests. Like, in your witness.
And we not gonna pretend that apparently cops are now raping people in their custody? and getting away with it. So like, just gross. Again, these gonna be the same dudes that's gonna tuck tail and run whenever someone's like, "Oh, I brought a gun," so it's like it's over for y'all. Like it's a wrap. I'm finna air this whole country out. It's like that shit when Dave Chappelle was talking about. All it's gonna take is some dude to realize that these motherfuckers just ain't about what they say they about, and it's gonna lose their mind and start killing cops.
Yep. That's what JFK said.
And only then will cops. And then cops gonna feel like they feelings hurt. Like, why would they do this? You know, like they damn been just
They
killing
gonna feel like
civilians
the
left, right, and
Raycons.
center.
They gonna feel exact. I told you, man. It's they taxing us
Fucking.
without representing us. Like it's
So do I just start calling people fucking loyalists like on the internet? Like,
yeah,
shut me, loyalist bastard.
lawless, lordy. They traded King George III for fucking King Trump. Like that's what they traded for. It was like wow,
Bunker boy Trump.
and like as long as I can lick the king's boots, I don't care.
As long as I lick the king's boots with a gun on my hip, I'm okay.
Yeah. Wheelchair, just I don't know what that. Don't know what that was about. That's how you know these people have no souls, because they could do this job like that. Like I couldn't imagine doing that. Like they're huddling, they're like, I know this is like illegal and shit, but you gotta do it. Freedom isn't free. You know.
Alright,
Try
I
to get
know
one of
y'all
them to
out here.
hit you so we can beat the shit out of the rest.
Yeah, exactly. You know, call them names, frisk them, probably touch one of these girls inappropriately. You know, and see if you can get them to hit on that. We can just draw weapons in there and just gun them down, and say we all felt threatened. As
Yeah.
it's been a 5v1 every time.
This is what
That's a big ass dude. That's a big ass dude they lift. Heavy ass motherfucker.
Maybe that's what the wheelchair is for. Like I don't know. Oh, dude, look at that dude. Look at that cop. Like I'll help you. Look at this guy with the flashlight. Godspeed. You've done another great service to the community.
Well, we got another one, boys.
That'll be the last time he thinks he has the First Amendment. Shit, man, it's crazy. Oh, man. They just put their hands on them first. You can clearly see who's the aggressors in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are just there with their
Legally,
arms length, and they go up there and just like, all right, and you're under arrest.
People are like, oh, they're the police. They're allowed to just, touch you. Like, no. No. But yep,
Yeah.
to them, that's how they're allowed. They can put their hands on you. Like, no. That's... It's illegal. They just assaulted those people.
What you don't understand, Aaron, is that if these people
continue to sit there, they'll set an example that freedom is real, and we don't want
yeah,
that.
and besides, we still got our Second Amendment, Aaron. Everything's hunky dory. We got that damn Second Amendment. I don't care if the first one's gone, as long as I got the second.
So now you see how easy it'd be for Bill Gates to vaccine these stupid fucks, though.
Oh yeah.
You keep your gun, dude. Just take this vaccine. Oh, well,
we'll
alright,
give
I'll
you,
do it.
we'll give you a gun. You get the vaccine. Like,
Yeah,
free
good
gun, free gun.
And do a gun drive. Well, you know it's your turn. You know you have no rights. It is illegal to protest in this country. And, yeah, you're gone. You have no rights. Goodbye. You are in the worst country. Goodbye. You know. They could be. When they talk about this stuff. Dude's grabbing a dude's butt. Remember, when they say they're cleaning up the streets and cleaning up crime, this is probably
This is what they mean.
This is
Yeah, this is exactly what they mean.
the thought crime. Is that Jimi Hendrix shirt? Is that who is that? What's Pink Floyd?
That's Jimi
Is
Hendrix.
it Hendrix?
That's Jimi Hendrix.
I don't usually see that image.
Oh,
Well, dang, take the
look
ball.
at him.
Look at that black.
Oh,
dog.
look at this dude. Look at that dude holding on to his boy. Oh, they got him. You are under arrest for sitting down on our grass. I know we was letting y'all do it for hours, but you know it gets tired of sitting here, so we just want to arrest you.
Yeah, we gotta go home tonight to a family, unlike you.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. You get
gotta
to go home
jail.
to a nice cold jail cell here, partner.
Somebody's gotta go home. It ain't gonna be you. Is that a cop's operation? Man,
Your grandfather was arrested at the sit-in. He's proud of you right now. He's proud of you right now, okay? Stay strong. He stays strong, and you're gonna stay strong too. Stay strong. Stay strong, Black Queen. Stay strong. Stay strong. Thank you for your service. I'm talking to the state trooper, and we're coming to get you. Stay strong. And Daisy, they're coming for you next. They came for your grandfather, and they're coming for you. But you know what? Stay strong. He stood strong, and he desegregated this city. He desegregated this state. Stay strong, and we're going to demilitarize this city. We're going to demilitarize this state. His fight is your fight. Your fight is his fight. Your fight is our fight. Stay strong, Black Queen. Stay strong. We gave you an option to talk to us. And not all of us, two of us, will meet you in your office peacefully. And you chose to ignore us. You have officially stepped on the wrong side of history. Stay strong, my Sigma Gamma Rho sorority sister. Don't let them do you like they did Sandra Bland. They will not take another one of our lives. Stay strong. National headquarters will be notified.
Y'all been selling that for too damn long.
Thank you for your service, but I'm not talking to the state troopers. Stay strong. We're coming to get you. We're still out here. We're still peaceful. You are not. Yes, scratch your head. You can't figure out how we're doing it, huh? Love. That's how we're doing it. Not hate. Hey, Diamond.
this shit, man. What the fuck?
Told you, it's gross. It's gross. You know, knowing that some of these dudes like rape people when they're in their custody. It's nasty.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep serving the people and not the leisure and the pleasure of the government. Keep serving the people. Protect and serve the people. Not inanimate statues and buildings that mean nothing. Everything can bring you a place so their lives can be replaced. We applaud you and we thank you. That's for all the counter protesters who say we don't respect the police. Thank you for your service. And I'm not talking about the state troopers.
Thanks for your service. I'm not talking about the state troopers. Get fucked.
Putting his hands on people.
Told you, man. It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross.
It's tough. It's like everybody volunteered for this. Oh, I get to do the rest of it.
I get to meet my monthly posey this time.
You lost the Civil War. You lost the fight against civil rights. And you're losing this fight too. You're 0-3. Stay strong, King. Stay strong, King. Your skin may not be brown, but we need allies just like you. Stay strong, King. Stay strong. Don't fight back, but stay strong.
He went noodle. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, it's a noodle. What do we do?
Thank you for your service. I'm not talking about the state troopers. We're coming to get you. You're arresting a homeless man. Thank you, brother. You had nothing to give but yourself, and you gave it selflessly. Thank you. They thought you were going to be out here to show out. All right, Black King, you're the last one out here. Stay strong. It started with us, it's going to end with us. Stay strong, King. Stay strong.
He should play the Jesus. I think that would be the thing to do with the situation, right? Right?
I don't even fucking.
I would. You know, because I hit the T-pose, like, fuck it. Carry me like I ought to be.
Like, sir, you are under arrest for the offense of sitting in front of us.
And not licking a boot.
And not licking my damn boots. They dirty. I need you to lick them clean.
They should have never thought they could protest in the United States of America. Duh. Everybody knows that.
That's what I'm saying. They want protesters with guns. That's what they want.
What are these dorks doing?
Oh, so they arrested these guys to bring in one for the riot shield guys.
Their lives matter. You know this. You fucking know. Blue lives matter. Your right to protest means shit compared to the cops' right to protest you.
We feel unsafe with you sitting here. We gotta make room for our riot shield boys.
Oh, let's look for contraband. Anybody leaving?
Yeah.
I don't get blamed for it.
Now they're looking for fake evidence to plant.
You're looking for a gun.
They're looking
for a reason.
It's like, I heard you got a gun registering your name the legal way. I'm sorry, but that's a crime.
I found something.
I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm gonna have to kill you for that one.
What are these dorks doing with they scratching their socks and shit? Oh man, the rest in peace protesters, man. Really fucking my socks. Beep? Yeah, beeper. Do you think it's fitting now that the police state is hiding under big ass buildings that have like pillar type structures? Like, isn't that more great imagery to always see? With big spotlights shining on them as they look over. And then
Bunker
meanwhile, the
boys.
protesters have a bunch of signs about peace and
Bunker
equality and shit
boys. Bunker boys. They're all just bunker boys.
So much for Nashville, Tennessee being all country and freedom and stuff. Yeah, so that was a lie. So much for Nashville, so much NFL draft going there and shit, huh? Oh, well, man, NFL draft shit. How's that freedom going for you? Yeah.
Some of you guys aren't even from Nashville here. You guys had to drive 100 miles.
Nice to meet you.
Just really where you can with them putting the roofing and stuff on. It's been kind of messy. Yes, ma'am. If you have to, go ahead. Yeah, if you have to, go ahead. Yes,
Looks like it's slowing down a little bit, so it looks like Portland could go either way at this point tonight. I'm about to stop this and get off and
Yeah.
I guess. Seattle's telling. I'm not sure exactly what's happening in Nashville.
I mean, we saw just to rest in peace with people and hauling them off to who knows where, you know.
The news about the interview with the chick.
How close can I get without being in y'all shot?
Right now you're good.
Everybody ready? Alright, easy question first. Can you just say and spell your name for us, please?
Diamond Cannon, D-Y-M-I-N, Cannon, C-A-N-N-O-N.
And your official title.
I never thought I would say this in 2020, but I guess civil rights activist.
What is your reaction to what happened here tonight?
It's fucking dope.
Like I just said, I never thought I would call myself a civil rights activist in 2020.
Yeah, I can
but,
call myself the people's pulse.
Here we are. Governor Lee has forced our hand, and as you see, we're entirely peaceful the entire time. No one fought back, no one hit the state troopers, no one spit at the state troopers, but they did have to work for their check, and they did have to carry us away.
Is there a total number of people that were arrested?
I don't have exact numbers now, but I know that we had someone on our team keeping count.
Okay. So what happens next?
I'm not exactly sure. Our attorney asked several times to speak to the commanding officer so we could get some information on how to get them out, or where they're being detained, if they're being held here, or if they're being moved someplace else. They refused to respond to us, so I'm not sure, but I do know that we will get them out, all of them, and they will be taken care of once they get out.
What made you decide to, you've been here since Friday, what made you decide to take this here tonight?
On Friday, they asked us to move so they could power wash the steps. We understood that they had a job too in power washing the steps, so we moved. When they moved, they packed up all of our stuff, and we asked for it back. They said we'll get it back at their leisure. So we moved to the grass area. We stayed there until 11 o'clock that night. They said, hey, we need you to move across the street. We said we understand that. We're trying to defund the police and we don't want to have to pay bond and defund the police. So we peacefully packed up our stuff and we moved. Then today, they said, hey, it's 11 o'clock. We need you guys to move. Come on, meet us halfway. And we said, why should we meet you halfway when you haven't met us halfway? Governor Lee refuses to address us. We're not asking for all of us to go into the Capitol and speak to him. We're asking for myself to go speak on behalf of the people to go in. And he refuses to do so.
What message message do you want people to take away from your rally here tonight?
I want people to remember that in the 1960s, it was against the law for any person of color to sit at the lunch counter and order a cup of coffee. So students, specifically Bernard Lafayette, whose granddaughter, Candace Amir Lafayette, was arrested tonight, decided that that wasn't fair. It was an unjust law, and he decided to be civilly disobedient. So he went to the lunch counter and he sat there. He was beat on and arrested. The same thing has happened today. It is 2020. Wake up, America. Wake up, Nashville. We're one of the only cities that are not on fire. We're one of the only protests where we come out and we feed the homeless. We're one of the only protests where we come out and we give them masks and sanitation and cleaning supplies. We're one of the only protests that we go by and we clean up the plaza and make sure that it's safe and clean for everybody to enjoy and use. And this is how they treat us. It's time to wake up.
So the people that were arrested here today, you're going to bail them out?
Oh yes, our attorney is on track to locate them now, and they will be out soon.
So how did you guys get the money to bail them?
I'd rather not say. But it has been completely funded by donations, not by corporations, but just by everyday people. So I'm not going to disclose how much we have, but it's everyday people who come by and they see what we're doing. They see us feeding the people, and they want to help. They can't be out here themselves, but they know they can't bring their bodies, they can bring their monetary funds.
What, the people who were up there today, did they choose who went up there? Was it volunteer-based? How did that work?
Everything here is volunteer-based, unlike the state troopers. They're just ordering and commanding. They did give us some warning on when they would be arresting. They said at 11 o'clock, so we cleared out the space. As you see, it's completely clean. The state troopers haven't had to clean anything. They've eaten 2 meals up there. They've had bottles of water. And as you see, it's virtually spotless. You can't even tell they were up there. We left 0 carbon footprint. And we said, hey, if you guys are willing to sacrifice your bodies, your spirits, your minds, feel free to stay up there. If you're not, come down and hold on the plaza with us still.
How come you weren't up there today?
Because I've been the one keeping order and keeping peace. And I know that everyone has their part to play. And I know that maybe if I would have got arrested, that would have really infuriated some people, and they would have lashed out. So I decided to stay here to keep the crowd calm, because I can do my part to keep the crowd calm. They're not doing their part.
What, you plan to do the same sort of thing regularly?
Absolutely. We'll be back here tomorrow, and the next day or the day after that, until he decides to meet with us and have a conversation. We're asking to bring the conversation, to have an open dialogue, not with cameras around, just us to have an open dialogue to see what we can change, what we can do better, and how it works for everybody.
Anybody else have questions? I'm good. All right, anything you want to add?
I just like to say that we will be out here if you are less fortunate and you are in need of clothes. We have clothes, we wash them daily, every 30 minutes or so. We sanitize them with Lysol. The blankets are washed every day and sanitized with Lysol. So if you need anything, please come out here. We're here for you. We're here to serve the people, unlike these people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
She did a killer. She did a great job. That's apparently the one leading it there. She's a beast.
She was the one that was saying thank you for your service, and I ain't talking to the state troopers.
Yeah. And as you see, I don't know why she was trying to shade the other protests, but in Nashville, they're cleaning up messes. They're taking care of the homeless. They're helping people. They're feeding people. They're doing the same shit in CHOP too.
Yeah.
Like, it's very cool. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I'm pretty sure this shit gonna get ugly. What does this do with the camera on the red? You see that shit? Look like a roll. Look! Look! What the fuck? Oh my God! He's like, bro, look how you got red laser on you. This dude thinks he's like a fucking Spartan or something. It's still going.
Here, you look like a robot now, like a Terminator.
Know. What the? I like how the police department, like, that's our look. We want a guy with a helmet on that has a laser on the side, like, exactly like some shit from Halo. It was like the Spartans that had the flashlight on the right, on the, the side, like the ODST type of lights and shit.
Yeah.
The motherfucker got red one. He looked like, what is it? The Predator. You know the Predator gets the laser.
Oh yeah,
He got
the
Predator
thing on his
vision.
shoulder.
He's there to hunt humans, and he really is though. So, I mean, it's ironic. This has been the best year of all time, I think. It's been an entire lifetime of history in 1 year played out. We've had like everything. We got fucking robot dudes with fucking lasers on his side. Strobe light party up there. Oh, there's a dude with a light on all the way on top of that big ass fucking building that they're shining down. Dude, chain smoking a cigarette in Richmond. Alright, I'm gonna stop it here, man. But you know, hey, what it do? Fuck the police and fucking Nashville. And Taylor Swift's dumbass better start helping those people. I wonder if that's why she didn't say. I'm like, Taylor said she was gonna get involved or something. So I'm like, I'm waiting.
No, she not. No, she not.
Don't look at me. I don't know either. I'm just saying, but she wanna fucking get you know. She better start helping them, cause that's her city area, ain't it? Ain't she from Nashville?
Babe, is Taylor Swift from Nashville?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote.
I feel like you know a lot about Taylor Swift. Oh, Carrie Underwood, ain't she from Texas?
She was born in Reading, PA.
She grew up in.
Oh.
Yeah, origin Nashville, Tennessee.
Huh?
That's her music career, but yeah, she most likely is
My
there.
dad.
Oh.
Single stoplight town.
Look at this fucking lizard dude.
Oh my God.
You know, like, what are they bullshitting about up there to each other? Like, oh man, that thing, I'm about to do that thing on Sunday. Oh, you know, man.
Yo, man, I'm tired. I wish these protesters just stop protesting. We can get back to our normal day, man.
So we can start beating up people without so many other people around.
Yeah, but you know that there's that one who's like, I don't know, man, it's just kind of fun. You know, I always wanted to just, you know, beat on people without repercussions. You know, really gives you something to jack off to. It's like me and my wife finally being able to have sex because I think about beating up people, and that gives me a raging boner.
I guess we'll end it there. Fuck the Nashville police. Thank you for your service, and we're not talking about the police.
Ain't talking about the feds. That's a damn sure.